So good morning, Bangalore. We are the Bangalore Stringers, and we are here at Cubbon Park today. And this is Kratika Jadon. We're going to be interviewing her, like basically engage in a fun conversation. She's an active environmentalist. She is a student at MCC, our very own Mount Carmel College Autonomous. She studies environmental science. She's a content creator, loving sister. She does what not, an amazing person. So how do you feel today, Kritika?
I feel very good. Thank you for having me here, and it's going to be fun.
And here we have Finaz.
Hi, I'm very excited. This is happening. We are here. It's our first ever podcast, and we're so excited to have Kritika on board with us.
All right, to start off, Kritika, we know you are an environmentalist. How does it feel like to be an on-ground environmentalist here in Bangalore? Bangalore being a metropolitan, how do you feel?
I think I feel very enthusiastic when I come here because considering I come from Kota, Rajasthan, so that place doesn't have that much exposure when compared to environmental science and activism. So when I came here, I got a lot of exposure. I got to meet a lot of new people who can guide me through my journey, especially tell me what I'm doing wrong, and where should I head in for future. So that's a thing that I would consider.
You've come here to study environmental science. I just wanted to know why Bangalore, why Mount Carmel College in specific for this course.
So this is actually a very interesting story, because I never imagined coming to Bangalore. That was never even in my plan. All I wanted to go was for Pune. But then at the end, the Pune college, they did like a first come first serve, and I was like, I can't go to Pune on chance basis. So I was like, what is the second choice? My parents and everyone was asking. So I was like, okay, I'll go to Bangalore because it was so impulsive. So yeah, I came to Bangalore and I decided that I'm going Bangalore in like 3 days. And that was like, such a big decision in my life, but I made it. And it's really great. When I came here, I started studying environmental science. It's very new, and considering people don't know about it, so that is something that I love. Considering I love to tell them that it exists and it's a need for everyone to study that. Yeah.
Being an
One
outsider.
Before you continue,
that's all right.
I just wanted to ask, when you said a lot of people don't know about environmental science, right? And you wanted to pursue this degree. I just wanted to know what made you pursue this degree.
So this is also a very interesting story because you would love to know everything. Okay, so everyone knows Kota, what it's famous for. It's coachings and medical and engineering. So it was like I don't know, probably obvious in my family that they were considered I would go for medical and study medicine and doctorate and stuff. And at the end of time, I was like, no, I'm not doing it. And it got like very impulsive, I would say, because they were like, if you don't want to do medicine and stuff, what do you want to do? And then the only thing going in my brain was, I love trees. Yeah. So what do I do about it? And then at first I told them that I'm going in forest services and all, like UPSC exams. But then I got to know that the eligibility criteria has like a spectacles number, the power. So I was like, oh my god, I don't even fit in the eligibility criteria, so I can't go here. And then my brother, he suggested me to go study environmental science. So he was the one who put that spark in me to read and study about it. So I took like, I think I started in 11th grade. I studied a lot of papers. I studied about the news and stuff. That's when I created my this Instagram account, and I started online activism. And
How old is this Instagram page?
it's been 3 years now.
3 years, okay.
Yeah. So I think that was the time when I decided like, yes, I can study environmental science. That is something I'm damn sure I have interest in. So it's been like 3 years now, and I'm so happy I took this decision, really.
So shout out to your brother then.
Yeah, shout out to her brother.
Very much.
So back then in school when I was studying, I used to love trees too. So there was this one time when I went to my mother and I'm like, listen, I like trees. I want to study about trees. How about I become a dendrologist? You know, maybe I can study dendrology.
I want to
And
know
then she
what
was like,
dendrology is. I don't
study
know.
of trees.
Study of trees.
Yeah, dendrology is basically the study of trees.
How is dendrology different from, say, botany?
Because dendrology is like you only study trees. Botany, you study plants, you study various different kinds of plants. You could study a flower too. But when it comes to dendrology, you only study trees, tree species, and everything related to trees.
Interesting.
That's one thing. And Kritika, coming back to you, you said you came from Kota all the way here. Being in Bangalore, how do you find the people of Bangalore?
As Bangaloreans, we take a lot of pride, in being Bangalore.
"Whoa, we're
Huh.
Bangaloreans,
Huh.
and we are here. We love this place and all of that." But how do you feel? How do you like Bangalore? How do you like the people of Bangalore?
Think it depends on who you are meeting, but it's not like I've always had positive meetings and stuff. But we cannot judge people on the base because I have had some negative experience or something. So I think so far I've met very nice people, and like they have this vibe and this aura and this mindset that attracts me to them. Like, yes, I want to follow in their steps. I've met so many people here, and I think that is something I'm not getting that word that I want to say.
Because for me, Bangalore is about two kinds of people. Okay, one is the people who are hustling continuously 24/7. Other people are who like, you know what, cleanup drives every Saturday, Sunday, these marathons, and those are that kind of people. So I feel like there's a balance in Bangalore which you can really find your place and crowd.
Yeah.
So now talking about Bangalore, we were talking to Dhriti the other day, and she told us you actually did a survey on like the water crisis and how Bangalore has been dealing with this water crisis for such a long time. So what's your take on that? Like, you've done this survey yourself, so do you want to tell us a little about it?
So we did we did the water survey considering there was a water crisis recently in Bangalore. Yeah. So considering that in our mind, we wanted to ask people if they know about the water crisis. So during the survey, we met a few people who didn't knew much about water crisis because that area that we did in is a little bit posh. But then we met a few people also who actually knew about water crisis, and when we asked them what you're doing to deal with the water crisis, they actually told us that we use water very, cautiously and very conservatively to not waste water. And then we told them about the new government policy that would come in few years, where it is compulsory to rainwater harvesting. That would be made compulsory in Bangalore in a few years. So we told them to be aware of it and start to do it now itself, so that you guys are ready for the future and for your own survival and water. Saving water. Yes.
I mean, yeah, water.
This reminds me of, recently, very recently, like 2 days back, I saw there is a water harvesting unit in our campus itself.
Yes.
So, and there's also a sewage treatment plant in our campus. So that really made me happy because, we as such a prestigious institution can have this. I mean, there's there's scope for other institutions to follow the same thing, right? So, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you as environmental science students have more in store for you guys.
Yeah, that's another thing. I still remember the first day of MCC during our orientation. Our then principal, she took so much pride in saying, ours is a green campus.
Oh.
Yeah, and that made me feel so nice. I'm like, yeah, every day I walk in to that college, I'm like, yeah, I'm in a nice place. It makes me feel good.
this is from my own observation. Okay, so I follow you on Instagram, and I love your posts. I think I make some tiny comments also, like a stalker. I love making such comments on whatever topic she has discussed about, like the plastic ones that I really loved. I noticed how you recently went to the Carbon Film Festival at the Science Gallery. I just wanted to know your experience, because I found that as a very good opportunity to mix art plus science, especially to engage younger crowds. So, what's your take on it? How was it?
The Carbon Film Festival was organized by Science Gallery that is also in Bangalore. So I like the film festival very much because all the movies were related to climate change and environment, and I love the movie session that they've put from one movie was the first movie that they have put was that All That Breathes on the first day. It was a 2-day program apparently. So the first movie was really very emotional because it was like around 2 hour of documentary, and at the end when the documentary ended there were you could literally listen people sniffling, and they had this emotion, and that was something that I found very lovely about that place because there weren't many people. It was like 10 in the morning on a Saturday, so I get it, but then there weren't many people. So I think I like the fact that they are promoting something that promoting science, that it should be in people, in the environment. And then all the movies were very great. I like the carbon gallery itself. It's in Science Gallery. I went there like I think next weekend after the film festival. So the whole exhibition was around climate change and environment. And
Was it for a specific week, like the theme?
apparently it was from January and February. But then I wasn't that active on social media, so I didn't got to know it. I got to know about on the last weekend itself when it was ending. So I think I missed a few things because I couldn't see the whole exhibition. But whatever I saw there, it was amazing. It gave you a different perspective to look at climate change in a different.
All right, Kritika, that now that we know you've come here from Kota and you've been staying in Bangalore for a while now, you being a PG, I mean, you stay at a PG, do you have like sustainability tips that you can share with all of us that we could, like adopt and live in a much more sustainable way?
No, because as a student and also as a person who stays at a PG, it would be helpful. Plus, for me also, because I really need some tips because I'm very bad at managing such stuff.
Yeah. I think step by step.
Yes.
I think living in a PG and being sustainable at the same time is a bit hard because you don't have governance in a PG considered when you're in a home. So I think everything when I'm in a PG, it gets ruined because okay, so the first thing when it comes to like food waste and everything, when I was in my home, I did composting for like a few months.
Wow.
Yeah.
I compost at home too. I don't compost at home.
Because I used to talk about it, and then my mother also is so influenced by me at this point that she loves compost, vermicompost, earthworms and all. Now she started loving because of me. So but when I am staying in a PG, it's like I can't do anything. When I have like just a one room I have. So I think the other things you can do, like when you go outside to shopping, take your own bag. Remember that what you're going for. If you're going for buying like small things like fruits and stuff, they give you like small poly bags. That's useless when you get it back. So remember it. Take your own bag. Take your own water bottle. Don't buy from outside. Plastics have like dangerous chemicals, cause cancers. It's like small things that everyone should, I think, remember because thing is that it was like 10 years ago when we had this the small thing that was incorporated by government itself, like take bags, take bottles. But now it has become like very consistent. I think everyone knows all this, and they are trying their best to do this, because I've seen many people now avoiding plastics and all. So I think that is something that we have incorporated very nicely in our society.
One tip that I came across was how people who stay in PGs or dorms, they are people suggest them to shop in bulk, like dals or rice or detergents or whatever. So that would save a lot of money as well, and also you don't keep shopping and producing
Again
waste and
and
again.
again.
So
That is one thing that I've started now, because me and two of my friends, we had decided to live in the same PG itself. So now whenever we go shopping, we buy in bulk. We got this huge detergent ka thingy, rather than buying like small packets that we used to do earlier. So that is something I think we are stepping into, and I think we'll just get more better from here. Yeah.
just a follow-up question. Staying in PG, you don't have access to that good amount of foods or that recipes such that, and I have seen a lot of people depend on outside food, especially the PG students. So how do you manage the food part of staying in a PG and also like packing your own box and all of that?
This is something that I find very irritating, that we can say, because if you go outside and you get something packed, and you say them that we want to take it back home, they're like, if you give them your own dibba or a box, they refuse to take it.
They do?
Yeah, because some places only they are giving you liberty to pack in your own dabbas. Other than people, they are like, no, we are costing more already. We will cost you 5 more rupees extra for packing. So if you want, you give.
Charge them for
Charge them for packaging. This is something I think we need a revolution in this. Considering if I am taking the initiative of bringing my own dabba, it's not because I want to save those 5 rupees. It's because I have my own. I want to, because they give like warm and hot food in plastic containers. Those are cheap plastics. Leach into your food, and then they would cause problem to me itself. But it's like, if you try to explain it to them, most of the people don't want to listen. And even if they listen, they don't get it, because it's not that incorporated in our society still, considering we've been hearing from plastics and plastic waste from like 20-25 years now. So that is something I think we should start working on. Yes.
Again, like she introduced you as a content creator and climate activist, environmentalist, and a student as well, a full-time student. I wanted to know, we as a creative agency, we strive to be consistent with our content. We struggle, I would say is the right word, to ideate, come up with content, research on topics, and post on multiple platforms. So I wanted to know how you, as a content creator who is, having a presence on multiple platforms, how do you manage the schedule and the content research and ideation part?
I think it's a little bit hard, but at the same time it's amazing. It feels very it feels like I'm developing myself. Consider I'm putting steps to find new ways how I can change this, how I can make it very much better than how it is already. Because it's been like 3 years I started my own social media platforms and Instagram page and everything, and I think I've seen myself from the person who started this and from the person who I am right now. She has changed a lot. In a ways that I think I'm happy to see myself here now. I've tried to try different types of contents from the starting itself, because this is something, they say the change should be the only thing that should be constant. Yeah, so that I have tried to put in my life every few months, because I've been trying. Earlier it was very informal, then I tried making it formal, then I tried putting a color palette. Now I've tried to make it more professional. Earlier my hands used to shake a lot when I used to take videos. Then I literally stopped in between. That was like 2 years ago when I tried making videos. And there was like, I think I should work on my camera holding this thing ability. But then now I've changed a lot. Now I can record nicely. I have that what do we say, that I don't have that hesitation to talk in front of camera, to talk.
Firstly, I would like to thank Kritika for being such a graceful guest on our show. And
Thank you so much for watching. Follow for more conversations for change.